Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different and something that should be fun for everybody. This is going to be for the real beginner. My granddaughter is going to stop by the shop this morning, and we're going to make a real quick Suncatcher. This is going to be made out of 3 panels. They're going to be mounted on point. I have a little sketch here to show you what we're going to do. So this is kind of what it's going to be. This is just a sketch. They're going to be 3 mounted together. They'll be hooked together with either a copper wire or with a chain. We haven't decided that yet. So the dimensions on this are going to be real simple. It's going to be all straight cut, and we're going to just solder it together with our lead cane. So these numbers down here, the squares right here, these are going to be 3/4 of an inch wide. We're going to use a 2-inch bevel with a glue chip in the center. The one in the center is going to be with a 3-inch glue chip center, and this is going to be 1 inch all the way around. And then we'll do the top one will be the same. We're going to have a hanger at the top of this one on the bottom, then we'll have a hanger on both ends of this one, and we'll have a hanger on both ends of this one. So here again, this is going to be real simple. We'll let her pick the colors and so forth, so we'll see what she likes as far as colors go. But just if you're a beginner and you're just starting out, this might be something you might want to try. It's going to have there's only 9 pieces to this, and you could even make it less if you wanted to by, instead of putting these corners in here, you could just run this piece down here and down here and make it with only 5 pieces. So anyway, let's look at some of the real basic things we're going to need to make this. First of all, we're going to need some rulers. This is the little angle aluminum I use a lot on all my videos. It has a 1/2 inch across this side, 3/4 across this side. So we'll use this to cut the 3/4 inch strips of glass. This is just a standard 1-inch ruler made of plastic. We'll use this to cut the 1-inch ones. We're going to use a mechanical square, so be sure that we cut these pieces square. Get those out of the way. We don't need those anymore. We're going to need our bevels. This is a 3-inch glass bevel with a glue chip on the top of it. And these are our 2-inch bevels. So we'll use those for the center of our project. We're going to need a glass cutter. It can be any kind. This happens to be a Studio Pro. It's inexpensive. I've had this for a long time. So that'll work for cutting our glass. Going to need a pair of running pliers. This will be used to snap our glass. Going to need a piece of a pair of lead dikes. This will be for cutting our lead. So that'll work for that. Going to need some way to mark it. And last but not least, we're going to need some flux to solder it with. This is a classic 100 gel flux. I like this one. Water soluble, doesn't smoke or have any odor to it. Going to need some solder. I like to use a 60/40 solder, so that's what we're going to use on that. And then we're going to need a soldering iron. I'm going to use a Waller 100 watt. Has a 700-degree tip in it. That's just about right for soldering the lead cane. If you go too hot, you'll burn the cane up. So anyway, we're going to get started here. She's going to be here in a little while. I did draw a pattern out already. I'll show that to you right here so you can take a look at it. I just drew it up on a little piece of manila folder. The dark lines represent the lead lines. So this is going to be 3/4 square. This will be 3/4 by 2 inches long. 3/4, 2 inch, 3/4, 2 inch, 3/4, 2 inch. Our hangers are going to go on point here. We'll set a little form in here. We'll just take this and we'll set it right in here like this. Tape that down. Make sure it's straight up and down. And then we'll run our wood forms off of here on each side. We'll wait to do that when she gets here. The hangers, we'll leave this open on the bottom here so we can get our cotter pin in here to make our hanger. So we'll be back and we'll get ready to put this together real quick. So it should be a fast one. It's going to be real simple here again for the beginner. She's never done any glass work whatsoever. She's asked me several times when she had some time to come by and do it. So today is going to be the day. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, well, we're back. My granddaughter showed up now, so we're ready to go. So anyway, her name is Charlotte, so we're going to work on our form now. So this is our pattern. Remember, it's going to be 3/4 by 3/4. This is 3/4, 3/4. This is 3/4 by 2. And our bevel is going to go right in the middle here. And she's picked a blue and a green glass to go in here. So the first thing she's going to do is she's going to put this down here. And we want to leave it about 1/4 of an inch. It'll be on the outside of the line like this, about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, because we're going to put our hanger in here. So just go ahead and, Charlotte, go ahead and just take a couple brads, stick them in the hole there, and just tack that down. Make sure it stays parallel to our lead line right there.
Okay. I don't want to move into this thing. Is it okay right now?
Yeah, it needs to come over just a little bit. Okay, right like that. Okay. All right. So just go ahead and you can just tap those down. Yeah, go down all the way.
Okay.
Okay, now this one here is going to go right here. Here again, we need to leave an opening here. And we're going to put a triangle in here at 45 to be sure that we don't get this all going crooked. So let me get a triangle real quick. So we're going to set this in here like this. We're going to bring this right up to our outside of our on the outside of our lead line. And what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to take a couple of our push pins here, and we're going to take and we're going to push that in there like that, so that it doesn't move. And then all she has to do is line that up right with that. Put a couple nails in it, or a couple brads. Be sure to leave our opening there. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Whoops, turned around.
That's right. No, I walked off of the thing.
All right, so now we'll just take these back out. So that gives us our form to lay this out with now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut some U-came to go around the outside edge. The U-came is the one that makes the letter U, and so we'll get a couple pieces of that. That's this one right here. This is RU70. It's going to go around the outside perimeter here. We're going to use a pair of lead dikes to cut that, and I'll show you how to do it, and then Charlotte will show you how we're going to finish that up. In here, we're going to put our hangers. This first one here, we're going to just have one hanger because that'll be the bottom one. The next one we make, which will be the top one of these, will be 2, and then when we make the middle one, we'll use the same jig, but we're going to make it 1 inch wide instead of the 3/4. So we'll be go off for a second, and we'll get a couple pieces of lead cut, and then we'll come back on and show you how to do that. Okay, so now we're going to get the lead dikes out, and we're going to cut this and show you a couple things with the lead dikes real quick. The lead dikes have a curved contoured side here. It has a flat side here. So when you're cutting your lead, you want to get a straight edge. So you're going to use the flat side. And then when you get ready to put the next cut over here, you're going to turn this around and you're going to use flat side again. So we're going to cut 2 more this size right here. So Charlotte's going to cut 2 more for us on that side. So she's just going to line them up. She's going to line them up end to end. And she's just going to use her flat side against the edge there. Just like that. Okay, and then she's going to trim this area off. See, if you notice, see, it makes kind of like a point. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so she's trimmed the edge, so now she's going to make another one just like that. Oop, turn it around.
Sorry, yeah.
There you go. Perfect. All right. So now for here, when these come together in here, we don't want to do this. We don't want to butt them up like that. We want them to fit together. So we're going to cut what they call a 45. It's just an angle, And I'm just going to eyeball this. So a 45, you go in between into the channel on your U-came, and you just clip it up like that. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it kind of close. So that one goes there, and we'll let you just come in here.
Okay.
Just line it up just about like that, and just clip the sides. Here, one at a time.
Good.
Yep, that's perfect. Okay, go ahead and clip the other side. Okay, then put it down, and the two should line up together. Well, we couldn't get any better than that, so that sounds a good point. So now our hanger is going to go in here, and we're going to use the cotter pin hanger again like we've done in all the other projects. So the legs of the cotter pin are going to run up inside the came here. So in order for the cotter pin to get out, we need to take this, and we're going to take it, and we're going to just take, on the inside here, we're going to take and put a little notch. Just like that. So now we have a little notch on our project. This goes here, and we'll let Charlotte do this other side there. So just about 1/8 of an inch in, just a little bit of notch on the angle.
Okay. Like that?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Just go straight down. Okay, now turn your clippers over. So you want to go straight edge, straight edge.
Oh, that is true.
Okay, that little piece should come out of there. Okay, so now when those two pieces go together, you can see it's created an opening here. And this is where our hanger will come through. So this is going to go in here like this. And our hanger will come out here. So let's go offline real quick, and we'll get some cotter pins out, and we'll show you how we're going to bend those up to do that. And then we'll be back, and we'll start to cut some glass to put in here. All right, we're going to get ready to bend up our hanger now. So she's got a 3/32 cotter pin here. They're 1.5 inches long. And she's put her small long nose pliers in the loop here. She's going to take a piece of tubing on here now, and she's going to bend this out to a 45. And she's going to use a small piece of brass tubing. So she's going to insert it right here. She's going to pull it out all the way. She's going to go all the way up to the edge. All the way. Push it all the way up. Okay, now just pull it out. A little bit more. Try that there. That's look good. Now she's going to turn the cotter pin over and go over on the other side. Okay, and now she's going to pull it out here. Okay, that's good. All right. Now she's pulled it out quite a way, so come back in here and put your pliers in here and just squeeze that shut. All the way, just pull it down shut. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh gosh.
That's good. Okay, and that's going to sit in here. She wants to match up with these two sides here. So she just has a little bit of wobble in here, which is not bad. So what we can do here, we can just physically take it and we'll pull it apart just a little bit. And that's what we want right there. Now these legs don't need to be this long on here. So we're just going to take our side cutters on our long nose pliers, and we're just going to cut off about 1/4 inch off each side. So we need a total of 5 of these. So she's going to make a couple more real quick ones right here in front of us. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get ready to put our lead in here and show you how they work. So get that up in front here. All right. So she's going to put her long nose pliers through the loop. No, you want to, yeah, we do this loop. Yeah, do that side. All the way up, push it up tight. Okay, pull it down. Pull it tight. There you go. All right, good. Okay, now flip it over. Pull it out. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to just take and squeeze it back. Okay. Get it?
I think so.
A little bit, just a teeny.
Little
bit. That one's pretty good, yeah. So go ahead and cut off the 1/4 inch. The 1/4 inch is easy to do. These are 1/4 inch wide right here. So just take this, and when it pushes through here, when it sticks out on the other side, that gives you a 1/4 inch cut. So you just stick it in here, 1/4 inch cut. All right, so we got one more to do.
It should be, am I wrong? It should be this
Yeah,
one,
you want to
right?
be this one here, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All the way up. Okay, pull it out. Good. Okay, now flip it over. There you go. Perfect. You got the hang of it now. Ooh, that might be perfect right there. Well, just a little bit too wide. Just take and close that real teeny bit. Yeah.
I think I don't want too much.
Want too much?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. We can fix it real quick. There we go. So now just go ahead and take your side cutters. Just put your cotter pin right in the middle of these and just let it stick out the edge there.
Okay.
Put it up under the camera here so we can see.
Is that good?
That's fine. Okay, perfect. And we'll do the other side. Okay, so now go ahead and put this piece of lead in here, right there. Okay, now take one of your cotter pins, put it inside the lead. There you go, that'll go. Okay, and bring the other one down inside. Okay, and they should come together. There you go. Now take a pin here and come back here and pin both of these. You have to push it down. We got to go through our little pattern here. Make sure it's down tight here. Okay. Yeah, pull it down tight. Okay, that's good. So this is the start of our project. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our glass cutting board over, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut our glass. So we're going to need 4 3/4 by 3/4, and we're going to need 4 3/4 by 2 inch to match our bevel, which is right here. And like I said before, she chose a green and blue water glass. So she's going to put the blue ones in the corner.
Blue ones in the corner.
Blue ones in the corner, green along the edges here. So we'll cut up some 3/4 inch strips and then we'll cut our pieces. So we'll be back in a second. We'll get that set up and get ready to go. Okay, so we're back. This is their blue water glass she's going to use here. The water glass is interesting because it has smooth on both sides. So pick the smoothest of the two to cut on, and make sure your board's clear. Let me get a little brush here. Make sure you don't have little chips or anything on it. She's going to set that in here, and then we're going to use this aluminum piece of angle aluminum. It's 3/4 across here, 1/2 inch here, and we're going to set that in here right like that. Turn it around so she's got a good edge to put her cutter on. And she's going to start right here at the bottom, and she's going to go all the way up with a score. You can start at the top and come down too, so it doesn't make any difference, but it's kind of what you want to do. She has a little cup here with some cutting oil in it, so she'll dip her tip in that. This is an oil-fed cutter, but I still prefer to use the dipping style. So be sure this is pushed up tight. She wants to go right against this edge right here, so she's going to go ahead and put that on, right? Okay, now she's going to start it straight. Make sure your cutter's straight up and down with your side guide here. Okay, and she's going to push down, not super hard, but hard enough. Very good. All right, so now she's going to take her running pliers here, and she's going to line it right up on the score line. So get the score line underneath here where you can see it. There you go. That's good. Yep. Line it up there with her pointer right here, and she's just going to take and snap it. Whoa! When that happens, that's okay. When that happens, we didn't get the score quite heavy enough. So let's go down, turn that around, and try this piece right here.
Okay. And
see if that'll get us what we want. There you go. So not all is lost because we're only going to cut them 3/4 inch squares here. So we're all right. So we're going to set those aside. Now we're going to get our green piece out.
This way too?
Yep, like that. Okay. Here again, we're bringing this over here. This time she's going to push a little bit harder on the glass. Go ahead and dip it again. Yep. Okay, so a little bit harder. There you go. I think that sounded good. Okay, now she's going to take that with her running pliers. See if we don't get a better cut here.
There we go.
That's what we wanted. So I don't know if that's long enough to get. I don't think that is.
No.
We need 8 inches to get 4. Yeah, that's going to be long enough. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the blue ones now. Right here. We can get a couple out of here. So she's going to put this right here on the edge. And she's going to take and line up her 3/4, 3/4.
Oh, whoopsie.
There you go.
Bad.
Be sure this is down against the flat here. Be careful of these edges too, because they're sharp. Now she's going to just make a score line across here to give us a 3/4 by 3/4 square.
Is it okay not to dip it?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Good, that's fine. She just went ahead and snapped that by hand rather than use the running pliers. Okay, I think we can get one.
I chipped this one a little bit.
Did you?
though.
That'll be all right. It'll be hidden.
Okay.
I don't think that's big enough to go in here.
No.
No, let's go use these. Let me put this up here where we can see what we're doing here. Okay. Hold that down tight.
Oh my gosh, I keep doing that.
That's all right.
Oh, sorry, I broke it off. Camera.
Okay, so now we need 2 more.
Okay.
Here,
Brush thing?
I do. Here it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Get up against the edge, yeah. You want to be sure you're against the edge of your back of your cutting board so that you be sure that it's square. There you go.
Okay, I'll try that for this.
All right, so we need 1 more. Okay. There you go, that's perfect. I would use the running pliers on that. Just go ahead and use them. Okay, so this gives us our 4 pieces of blue for the corners. Now we're going to bring our green one in here. We're going to set it in here. And what we're going to do, we're going to go right up against the edge right here. So we don't have to use a ruler of any kind. We're going to take our 2x2 square and we're going to get her to lay it right in here like this. And we'll get our Sharpie. Make sure it's all pushed together tight, and she's going to just draw a line right there. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to use our mechanical square here. So we can push this away anywhere. Okay, push this away. And you want to remember, on your cutter now, the wheel is in between these 2 legs right here. So when you put your mechanical square on here, where you see your line, you're going to be back away from that so that the center cutter will be right on the line. So she'll take and line this up. She's going to take and put this right in here like this. Go ahead and do that here. Yeah. Okay, get it lined up. And she's going to check her cutter wheel against her line before she cuts it. Got it where you want it? Okay, good. Okay, so go ahead and take a cut. You can take and snap that one. So theoretically, if she cut that right where she's supposed to have cut it, these should be exactly the same size, and they are. So she did a really good job here. She gets an A for that one. So let's see if we can get 2 more A's here. See if we can get straight A's, okay? The more accurate you cut the glass, the more accurate your square will come out. And we want to try to make this as straight as possible. You might not notice it when you're building it if it's a little bit crooked, but when you get to hanging it outside, all of a sudden you go like, oh boy, that really went crazy. So get your wheel lined up on your line. Okay, go ahead and pull that apart. And we'll do 2 more. Let's stay with this side.
Okay.
By using the square, the 2x2 square, we don't have to get out a ruler or anything to measure it because we're just using it against that edge. So that works out well. If you grip that right from here, you have more control over it and go underneath it.
That's true. Yeah, that seems perfect.
Okay, so we need 1 more now.
Okay.
So pull that down further here so you can be sure this is not against that edge.
Okay.
And if you hold this right like this, it's easier to control. See how push it, make sure it's up against here. Yeah. There the girl. Got it where you want it? Got to hold it down here now.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, so we got 4 of them here. Looks like we did a nice job. They look all uniform, so that's good. So let's put those over here, and we'll move the cutting board out of the way right now. And we'll get ready to show you how they go together now. So in here now, if you remember, we've got the legs of our cotter pin coming back up in here, and they come about this far up inside here. And if you think about it now, we've added the thickness of this leg of the cotter pin in here. So if you take your first piece of blue here and you set it in here, it's going to be pushing out into the area here. So we need to grind this back on our grinder. So what she's going to do, we're going to mark this right here. Here and here. And we're going to take on our grinder now, and we're going to take and we're going to grind this back just a little bit. So we'll go offline and do that real quick, or I'll move the camera and we'll do it real quick. So hold on. Over to the grinder now. So she's just going to grind off maybe just a 1/16 of an inch along the sides there. That's fine. Now turn it to one side. There you go. Do one more pass on both sides. Okay. Now take and turn it and do the other side just a little bit.
This one?
Yep. All right, I think that's good. Okay, so where's the piece that you ground off?
That was.
Oh, that's it here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you can see right here, she's ground this edges off here. So this piece now is going to go right in here, and it'll be make up for the cotter pin that we put in here. So that should work out just fine. So that's going to go in there just like that. Now we're going to get some H-came, and the H-came is going to run down the edge here. So we'll get a piece of that real quick, and we'll be back, and we'll show you how to put that in there. Okay, so we're back now. We've got our first piece set in here. So now we're going to go to the H-came, which makes the letter H, and this is RH9. So it gives you the channel for it to go into. And the way this works is that we're going to take and we're going to set this in here like this. And because of the H channel here, you have to allow for this little bit right here when we cut this. So we're going to put it in here like this. And what we're going to do when we measure this now is you're going to come back about approximately the thickness of that channel. So we're going to take and we're going to go put that right there. And then we'll take it here and we'll cut this on our line. Here again, just like that. So now we've left a little lip showing here. So when this next piece of H came, goes in here like this, they will butt up against each other. So you want to make this as tight as possible. Otherwise you have some big gaps and it'll be harder to solder. So that goes in there and makes a nice connection right here. So now we're going to put our first green one in here. But remember, this cotter pin leg still goes back to here. So we're going to need to take on our grinder again, and we're going to need to grind about that much out of there on this leg right here. Okay, we'll give that to Charlotte and let her do that real quick. All right, so she's got that ground out now. So if you put a straight edge on here, you can see what she's done right here. See right here? She's created a notch to take care of the leg of the cotter pin. So this one here, she's going to set in here just like this. If I can get it in here. There we go. For some reason this glass is fairly thick, so it doesn't want to fit in the H came here. So we have a remedy for that. We have a little tool here. The problem what's happened here is that this glass has gotten thick here on the edge, and it doesn't want to fit inside of our U came right here. See? So we have a small tool here, and you can just take this and put it in here, and you can take and spread this out just a little bit, which opens that up. So now the glass will fit in here just like that. So let's give this a whirl again. This gives you a good idea of where the cotter pin is on our hanger also. So we'll stick this back in here. We'll put our blue piece back in. Put our little piece of H came right here. Right like that. And now we'll go ahead and put this one in. Right in here. Okay. Should fit in there now. Oh. Fall over?
Yep, fall over. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. If you have trouble with these pieces moving around on you, do this. Push this in here like this, where it's supposed to go. Make sure it's in where it's supposed to go. And then take a little bit of old H came, U came, and find a small little piece like this. Take and set it in here like this on this edge. You don't want to put the pins up against your glass because it'll chip them. So take and put that up against there, and then put your pin in here. Now she can put this in here without it falling all over everything. There you go. Now try that. So get up in the channel. Yep. Okay, very good. Push that in tight. Okay, now go ahead and cut you a piece of H came to go in here.
So mark it?
Yep, you'll mark it. Yep. And remember to mark it back enough for the. Okay, you're marking it right where the glass is. Remember, we got to get a piece of came going across this way. So
okay,
should be about, yeah, right there. That's perfect. Okay, now when you cut it with the flat side.
Yes.
Nope, that's not the flat side.
Oh, sorry, I keep getting
Yep.
confused about that.
Turn it over. Turn it. Yeah, there. And you want to lay this sideways,
Oh,
down like that. Yeah.
okay.
No, you want to be on the second, that one there. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So you can stick that one in there. Okay. And now here, this one here. So she's allowed enough room right here for her H-cam to go down on here. So now her other blue one's going to go in here. So she's going to put another blue one in there. Push that down. Perfect. And let's get another piece of U-cam, old U-cam here. Here's a little tiny piece. We'll push this in here like this. And we're going to take it, we're going to pin this right like that. Okay, so that's the first set. So now we're going to take this out. And we're going to run a piece of H-cam all the way down to here. But keep in mind, we're going to wrap this outside edge with the U-cam. So the U-cam has a bigger channel in it than the H-cam. So we can use this little piece that we just put in here as a guide. So we'll want to run a piece from here to inside here. So cut this on the straight edge again.
Okay. This way, right?
Yep, that's right now.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to lay that in there.
Actually, I gotta cut that again. Sorry.
A little crooked.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that this part is kind
Yeah.
of gets an angle.
Okay, they can bring that down. Okay, and then you're going to mark it right here so it fits in there tight against that one.
Okay.
Right there.
Here we go. Right here.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Okay, so now pull that out. Cut here again, flat side, so it'll be flat.
Am I crazy? This is okay, right? Or
Yeah, you were fine,
okay.
but you want to cut this on an angle like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoop, get underneath here so you can
Sorry.
see. Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yep, that looks good.
Okay.
Okay, this is just a little bit too short right here, so that we don't want to leave a big gap like that. So we need to cut another one a little bit longer than that one. So you can use this one as a tape measure and just add, say for instance, add that much to it, and now just take and cut it. Try that one now.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're still a little too short.
I'm sorry.
That's the old story. We kept cutting it off, and it was still too short.
I know.
All right, let's get a little bit more, and we'll start another try here. So, when you have an issue like that, don't just shrug it off and go on. Make sure you get it fixed the way you want it, because otherwise, your whole project will be messed up as you go along here. So, with a straight edge cut, you can take and push it in here. Take and mark it. Then I hold it like this, and I can take my straight edge here, cut it, and it fits in here like that, just like that. Now that's just a little bit too long, so that's okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to come up here, flat side edge, just take a little trim. So there's our first piece together. So let's take and pin it. Now we're going to go up this side here. So she'll put her green one in here. Make sure you got the glass going the right way. We want this. We want the water side going up. Can you see the difference? See how streaky this one is?
Mm-hmm.
See how this is kind of wavy?
Yeah.
This is the upside here.
Okay.
So that'll fit in here like this. See right here? This is why it needs to be ground back. See, if I push this in here, it can't go any further than that because the leg of the cotter pin is coming back through here. So here again, we'll put this on the grinder And we're going to grind this back right here. Just like that. So she'll move away and grind that back, and then we'll come back and put it in there. All right, so she's back. She got it ground down now. So if you put a straight edge on it, you can see where she cut this back. So now she's going to put this one right in here. Go ahead and stick that one in there. Be sure you're, yep, there you go. Perfect.
There we go. Now it's
Okay, push it in. Take one of these little guys here and put it on the edge here and push it in tight. We'll put it on right here. Right in the middle. Turn it around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was the H1.
Okay. Push it down. Okay, now we need to cut a little short one right here. Here you're going to use any of these that we flubbed up. Yes. So when you make a cut and it's too short or too long, or mostly when it's too short, don't throw those away because we'll come back in here and we'll use these to fill in here. So we're going to cut a short one to go in here.
And do it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit short. Yep. Cut it on the short side. Okay. Well, we got another visitor in the garage now. We got the wife come out now. So there you go. You got that one now? Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to put our last blue one in here. And then you can move this out of the way. Move that one out of the way. Okay, set our blue in there. Make sure the water side's up.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Looks like it is.
Yeah.
Yep. It goes in there like that. Okay, and then we're going to let's put another piece of U-came. Let's cut one real quick here. That'll be a little bit shorter. Here we go. That'll go, put this right in here like that and then push this down tight, okay? Just like that. Okay, so now we need to cut a piece of H-came to go from here and butt into this U-came, okay?
Can I take this one off?
Yep.
Can I take this one off too? Or should I?
Yeah, take that off too. Yep. Okay, so they can mark that right. Yeah.
Probably right here?
Yep.
I always forget. I know I haven't doing
Yeah,
it.
turn it this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
I just want to, I always feel like I'm not cutting that straight.
Oh, you cut that really short.
Man.
Let's try that again. So you want to hold it here like this. Hold it with your fingers and put your cutters right here. Like that. Okay, so that's going to go in there like that. Now we're going to take our bevel square and we're going to set it in here. Make sure it goes into the slots on the.
Oh, yes.
Make sure it goes in the channels.
Was it in there?
That looks good. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to put a little piece of U-came here. We're going to cut a piece of H-came to go all the way up to here. Okay.
Okay.
So start with the flat side.
True. Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Okay, now you can just leave it and mark it right here.
This one was better.
Got the wrong edge? No,
No,
you had the right edge.
It's kind of not completely straight there.
Yeah, cut that just a little bit straighter, yeah. Okay, and just mark it right here for right now.
Okay.
Oop,
I
okay,
think that was enough.
yeah. So go ahead and cut it right there.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so that's going to go in here. And the area we want to check now is this intersection right here. So that looks pretty nice right here. So now we're going to put the green one in here. So put you another green one in there. Yep, you had it right. Just, okay, the green one goes in there. Perfect. Okay, and then you're going to put a piece of, just put a piece of U-came around it here to hold it. Go ahead and put that in there. Push it in tight. Yeah, no, real tight.
Your phone is at 20%.
Okay. Okay, now we need to cut a piece of H-came to go between here and here. Okay.
Okay.
So between here and here.
So you kind of like
Yep,
start right there.
yep.
Until like right here.
Yep. Okay.
It's a little bit too small.
A little bit too, yeah, let's just cut another one here. I can see where you're having trouble here. Okay. So let's take you're kind of looking too far down. Look at the tips here. Make sure they're on the line. You're cutting back in here like this. So let's take that and we'll put it in here. So then when you mark it, then when you get ready to cut it, maybe flat side, but put your tips here. Don't go too deep in here because then you can't see where it's at.
Okay.
See the tip right here?
Yes.
See, I actually made it too long. Making it longer is better than too short because we can always trim it to fit. There you go. Okay, now we're going to put the green one in here. You might want to spread that just a little bit. There you go.
Okay.
I think you need to lift the glass up. There you go. Whoops, this fell over on you.
I don't know if this is, I think,
No, you're fine.
no, okay. There we
Except that fell over, yeah.
go. There we go.
Very good. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Okay, so now we need to cut a little piece here. So just stick it in between here and the U-came right here, just right here, and mark it.
Wait.
Because it's going to go here, but we need to allow for the room right here.
Oh, okay.
Follow me?
So take.
No, you're fine. Just take your U-came, stick it in, up against there, and mark it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because it's good.
Yeah,
Because you have to allow for this U-came to go across here.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, now get your pointed side. No, you got, yeah, okay, point. Yeah, there you go. There you got it that time. Stick it in here and see if it fits.
In here?
Yeah,
Almost.
just see.
Gotta.
Yeah. Just a little teeny bit. Let's see if you can do a teeny bit. There you go. So you should fit right in there. Looks like just a little bit more. All right. There you got it. So that's going to go here. And now we're going to put our last blue one in here, right in here. Okay. Okay, now you see this one here is sticking over. Okay, so we need to come back and trim that one. So we'll take a piece of our U-came here. We'll stick it on here and we'll pull it down here. And we're going to mark this right here. Like that. And what we can do now, take this, and we'll take this one here. This green glass is kind of thick.
I know.
Take that out. And then what we're going to do right here, we're going to pull this out here. And you're going to cut that straight edge. Yep, just like that.
I know how much
Yep.
almost up.
Perfect. Okay, so stick that back in there. Here, you can move that away.
Okay. And this. Oh
This,
no,
yep.
sorry. Never mind. You don't need to do that.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Make sure it's up against there. Yep, there you go.
Yep. Okay, I didn't know if I was maybe pressing too hard.
There you go. Sometimes it's got to be a little hard to work with. That's what happens sometimes when you have a piece of glass that's thicker like that. It kind of creates a problem. Okay, so we'll put this one in here, and then the blue one, and we'll put this green one back in there.
I'll do this one first since it was so difficult.
Yeah, make sure they get into the slot.
Should I like do that a little bit, or is that too risky to grind it down?
You can give just give that just a little shot on the edge there. Good eye.
Thank you. I think that might even be enough.
Okay. It's like putting a puzzle together.
I don't know, it really is.
Okay. Put the blue one in there. Okay. All right. Now, that looks good. Now we're going to run, remember we cut 4 of these? Because this is the bottom one, we're only going to do a hanger on this bottom one. So now you're going to take and run this up on here. And since this green glass is a little bit thick, let's go ahead and run this through here right now so we don't have trouble with it. So now you're going to just stick this one right in here, like that.
Okay.
It's not in up there.
And then just pin it in?
Put it
Or
in
no
like,
need to cut it or anything?
no, well, we can leave it like it is. We can leave it like it is. Or if you want to cut it on a 45 like this one, you can do that too.
I'll put it right there?
Yeah, come down and just put it in the middle, real tight. I tell you what, use this little guy right here. Okay, now we need to cut a piece of, we'll cut this one down to go between here and here.
Okay.
So we take these 2 out. Okay, and then cut this one to match that, to go in between them. There you go, perfect. Put your points on it, yep. Okay.
Oh, and it does barely. There we
Oh,
go.
that's perfect.
Wow.
Good job.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So set that in there like that, and then grab your hammer real quick and just tap on it really lightly, not hard, just a little bit more than that. Okay. We'll take and we'll pin it. Okay. So that looks pretty good. It's a little bit out of whack right here. I think we'll be okay. Make sure this gets straightened up here a little bit. If you have one that's a little crooked like that, just take a little block of wood and just push it over straight. This one here looks like it's kind of going out like that. See it there? Yeah. So let's take this off and take a look and see why is that doing that. Let's pull this out of here. If you feel right here, don't push hard, but feel right. See that blue one's too long.
Yes.
Okay, so this blue one needs to be trimmed back just a little bit right here. So we'll let her go over on the grinder and just trim that back. Otherwise, you're going to have it where it's sticking out, and we don't want that sticking out. Also looks like this H-came here is a little bit too long. Before you solder these things, you want to try to catch anything that doesn't look just right.
It's a little bit crooked.
Let's try it and see how it looks.
All
right.
Hide that one too. Oh yeah,
Yep.
I can hide it anyways.
Yeah. Slide it back in there.
There we go.
Okay, that's fine. See where you've got it now? Feel it here.
Yeah.
It's just now really sharp. It's okay. Okay, so now put this back in. Oops. There, push it in. Put your block in here.
And hammer it again?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. There, she got it. Okay, so this looks nice. We've got good intersections here, and here. That's what you're looking for. So that means you got your pieces all cut. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to solder this together. And so here again, she hasn't done any soldering, so we're going to put together a little soldering jig so she can practice a little bit. And then we'll come back and we'll solder this all together. And we'll be done with the first square for our Suncatcher. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back. We did a little bit of practice soldering on just a little piece of junk came that we all stuck together. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a whirl on our good job. So the first thing that she's going to do is she's going to take a stainless steel brush and she's going to go over all the joints and shine them up real good. So that knocks off any oxidation and so forth on it. So yeah, just like that. Perfect. Then after she gets them brushed up, she'll go ahead and put our soldering flux on it, and then we'll start to solder it. That looks like that'll work. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the flux on it. You want to do every joint. That one there got twisted just a little bit. There it goes.
Did you get it on the glass?
No, it doesn't make a difference. It's water soluble. It doesn't. If you get it on the glass, don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be too delicate with it. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, that looks good.
Okay. Oh, I missed one.
So when she gets ready to solder here, she's going to hold her solder down flat like this and just let the iron melt it down. So she can start anywhere on here that she wants, and then we'll move on. So she's going to start right at the top. That's a good place to start. Just put it down. Just let it go down. There you go. Perfect. Make them all just like that one. That's perfect. Just hold it down a little bit. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good. Now that one there, just stick your solder right across it. Yeah, go ahead. stick your solder right across it and just melt it straight
Okay.
down. You should be able to solder all 4 of those corners at the same time. Just push it straight down. Good. Good. Come over here and do the same thing with this one. Don't be so quick to move away from it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, come on down to the other corner while you're at it. Okay, when your solder gets close to the edge like that, it starts to get a little bit warm. So just take another link of solder and just touch them together right there and solder them together.
Ooh, was that
Okay,
too-
now yeah, that's fine. Now remember, it's hot now, so whoops,
Sorry. Shoot.
we'll hold that together right like that. Okay. Remember, that's hot, so stay away from it. You got one you missed here.
Oh, thank you. That would have definitely come out. Sorry.
Hold it down straight. There you go.
Can I push it a little, or is
You
it?
no, not really. You just want to hold the iron. Yeah, you need to come forward a little bit more. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I push that one down a little?
Yeah, here, do it. Just see like this. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. You can hold your iron down just a little bit longer to let it flow a little bit better. Perfect. That's a good one. After you do this that's another good one. Good. There you go. Now you got the hang of it here. Get all 4 of them.
Do you think I should do that?
Yep. Just a little bit more. Just go straight down it and stay on it for a minute. Well, not a minute, but there you go. That's a nice one. Okay, just go straight down and hold it for a second. Good. Get your solder down just a little bit flatter. A little bit flatter this way. Yeah, don't move it back and forth. That messes it up. Okay, go right there.
Got everything?
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Put a little more heat on this one right there. Just a little bit. Yeah. No, right.
Would you do the tip for
go,
that?
yeah.
Or
No, put the base of it. Yeah. There, right there. Perfect. That's good. See how you have a nice bead now?
Mm-hmm.
This one here didn't get soldered right there.
Sorry.
So put the whole soldering tip on it, not just the tip of it.
Gosh, now we got this.
No.
So I'm not getting like a good hold on this either.
You're on the tip of it again. You want to be on top. Yeah, here. You want to be up here like this. Kind of let it flow out. These all look pretty good here. I'm going to say that's pretty nice. A little bit more right here. A little bit better. Just clean this up just a little bit. All right, I think that looks good. Go ahead and put the iron back. Now we're going to just take a paper towel and a little bit of Windex or glass cleaner. I'm going to spray it here. Shine it up. Looks like you did a good job.
Thank you.
Okay, now what we'll do with this, we'll pull these pins out here. We'll turn it over and we're going to solder the other side. Oh yeah, that looks good. See how nice they look?
Thank you. Yeah. Definitely better than the practice rounds.
Well, practice, practice, practice. I've been doing this for a long, long time. And you know what? Some days it just doesn't want to solder very good. Other days it solders perfect. And after you do it for a while, you get a technique of your own, how you like to hold the iron, how you like to do it. That looks pretty darn nice.
Thanks. I know. I like the colors a lot.
Yeah, the colors are great. See that one right there, this little bubble there? Just
Mhm.
take that out with your finger. Just stick it on your finger. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so pull the pins out and we'll turn it over. We'll brush it down and we'll do the other side now.
Does this stuff dry like instantly?
Yes,
Or-
pretty quick. Okay, so just take and brush that down. Yeah, you can put that down if you want to, or you can just leave it free now. Yeah, so go ahead and brush it down. Sometimes if you pin it, it helps it from wiggling around. But
Oh,
yeah, go a little bit harder on that. Yeah, scrub those down really nice. The better they're scrubbed down, the better the solder flows. Okay, and then go ahead and flux it down. And I just put the flux on fairly liberal, like this. I just take and brush it up and just dab it on here.
okay.
I don't, like put it on real soft. I just dab it on there. I've got to get some more. I think that helps the solder flow also. They go down to the end. If that wants to wiggle around on you, and you don't want to put the little boards in there, just come up against it with the pins and just take and pin it down. Okay. All right. Turn that around and use the other end on that so you don't have that. Remember to hold it down flat against it. Take and wipe your iron clean on the sponge. Okay, and then go ahead and tin the iron again. Just put your, turn your tip over and just tin it. That's called tinning.
Oh,
Okay, there you go. Now you're ready to go.
And then
Now turn it back over.
Okay.
Yep, and just set it down. Okay, get away from it now. That's perfect. Now you're getting the hang of it. You're having a little trouble knowing where you want your iron to be halfway on this one and halfway on this one. You seem to be favoring that one. So move your iron forward. Move your iron forward just a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit more. Right, not the solder, the iron. Move the iron towards this way. There. And don't move it around. Just let it go down. Did you tin it?
Do you have to do this every single time?
Yeah, not every time. After it gets going, you're all right. Yeah, that's a little gobby, but that's good. Okay.
I gotta finish it. So, since this is like a big crack, should I kind of put it in the
That'll be fine. That'll be fine. And then be sure to get it on it far enough. Okay, that's pretty good. Good. Okay. Just put it down and hold it down until it goes over the whole thing. Hold your iron down flat. There you go. Perfect. This one here. See how this one's kind of gotten down there a little bit? We'll just straighten that up just a little bit. Okay. Good. That's good. Okay.
Is that okay? What should I do?
No, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't get all of them. Yeah, hold your solder flat.
Oh, just
See how the solder's kind of curled up there? Yeah, you want to hold it down flat like that. And not on the tip. You want to get into the bottom there. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That one's real good. Perfect. Now you got it.
Yeah,
See how
I was definitely using
see how
too
you're
much.
using too much tip. There you go. See, those are much better. Yeah, you're going too much on the tip. Oh, see, those are really nice.
Yeah, I got it finally.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that one just needs to just move it forward just a little bit more. Just put your iron right in the middle and just leave it for a second. Okay, there. Perfect.
Mhm.
Very good. All right. It's looking like we know what we're doing. All right. We'll get our glass cleaner out again.
Is that everything? I got it all.
Looks like you got it. Oh, they all look real nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll just take and wipe this down. You need to go, right? What time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She's going to have to leave us, so she's got a good start on this. So we get this cleaned up. I want to show it to you, everybody. I think so far she's done a great job considering she's never done this before at all. So um, I've got some people that have been doing this for quite a while and don't solder this nice. So you get take a look at it here. You can see she did a nice job here. Nice flow. No matter how long you've been soldering, if you want to get real critical, you can find something that you don't like about it. But she did a nice job here. And you have to consider this is going to be hanging outside, and nobody's going to be walking right up and looking at it. So the term's called 30-30, and that came from a hot rod term when you used to be looking for old cars. You're driving along, and you see one you like from the street. When you're about 30 feet away, it looks really good, and then when you walk up, it's not quite as nice. So remember, these will be hanging like versus this coming down to here. These ends now, what we're going to do with those is we're going to take our dikes here, get the paper towel out of there, and we're going to come up here about 1/4 of an inch away. I'm going to cut it there, and we're going to go inside here. We're going to cut this. We're going to cut this out onto a point, just like that. So it creates a little point right there. And we're going to put it on the side of our work table, and we're going to bend this down. And that takes and fills up this corner right here. So then what we're going to do, we're going to put a piece of solder on that, or we're going to solder on top of that. And then we're going to put on some 80 grit sandpaper, and we're going to finish these sides off. So here I'll do another one real quick to show you. We're going to come here, right there, about 1/4 of an inch up. Come inside, clip, clip. Put it on a point. Take and put it down on your workbench and push it shut. And I'll show you real quick. I'll show you real quick how we're going to finish that before she has to leave. We're going to take our drill vise here, and we're going to set this there on an angle like this. Then we're going to take our flux. We're going to put a little flux right here. We're going to take our iron, and we're going to take and we're just going to solder this shut right here. Just like that. Then what we'll do, like I said before, we'll put this on some 80 grit sandpaper. We'll take and sand that down, and we'll chamfer the edges, and it'll be all done. Up here, where our hanger comes through, we're going to do the same thing. This is going to sit on an angle here. Just take and flux it real quick. It's going to be on an angle right here. Let's get where you can see it here. We're going to take and just tin our iron here. And I'm just going to take and set it right against the cotter pin and let this flow off. just like that. And that solders our hanger in there, so it won't be going anywhere. Plus our legs are running down beside here, so we're in good shape. Let me do this side real quick and then we'll let her take off. So there's our hanger right there. Looks real good. Won't be coming out of there anytime soon. So all in all, I think we did a pretty darn nice job for our first go around. Let's finish this one real quick. We'll just leave it. And we'll call that a wrap. Just like that, we'll finish that off. So we'll be back and get this completely finished up and cleaned up. And then we'll make the other two offline. And when we come back, we'll put them all back together. All right, well, we're back. She did a really good job here. So here's the finished product right here. So we got the ends all taken care of here. They're all been chamfered. We put them on the 80 grit sandpaper and smoothed them all up. So all the corners look good. So this is the bottom one. This is the one that's going to go like this. And we'll hang the larger one here and then the one on top of that. So the video is running a little bit long, so I think what we're going to do is she and I will go offline and build the other two, and then we'll come back on and we'll show you the finished product. So hope you've been following along. She's done a great job so far, so I'm sure the outcome is going to be beautiful. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, we're back. Charlotte came back this morning and finished up her project. So we got our 3 panels all done now. And we're going to use some 14 gauge copper wire. We made some spirals for them. And so we're going to tie these all together for that. So she's going to stick those on there. And then when we get done, we're going to curl these edges up and push them down. So we'll show you how to do that. So she's going to stick those on there right now. So she's going to tie these all together as a one unit. So she's got them wrapped up in here. Just like that. And then on the end here, bring that over here, this one right here, that's the little guy right here.
Oh.
Yeah. On the end here, we're going to put a 3/4 inch split ring and a ball bearing swivel on the last one there. And that's going to be what we're going to hang our project by. So I'm going to, I got one more spiral that I made. Let me get it over here. This guy right here. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these edges here. So I'll get my pliers out. So these are round nose pliers right here. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to take this wire right here and we're going to set it right in here. And we're going to take and we're going to roll this. Going to roll it around. We're going to make a little loop like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take and run this back down. And we're going to trap our panels in between those. So it's take it here, you're going to roll this up. Move it around. Make your loop. Bring it down. And we're going to trap those together. Shows you how we're going to do that. So we'll go offline, we'll roll these all up and close them down, and then we'll come back, we'll take it outside, hang it up, take a couple of pictures of it and a little video showing it all made, and we'll go ahead and put it on our channel. All right, well, here's Charlotte's project all done now. So anyway, I hope you guys have followed along. This is her first project that she's ever made with leaded glass, and I think it came out very nice for her. So hope you guys will subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next video.